It is the Jim and the Terry Show, and we're in the Hobbit Hole in the village of Bobcaygeon in the province of Ontario. Is that a lot of articles? It's the.
Except I'm not from here. I travel here.
The Jim is not from here. That's right. And the last episode, the last podcast, I featured our mug. Do you know, this is the mug that's in our photograph for our YouTube channel.
Yes.
But the backside never gets shown, and that's where I read from. And
backsides usually don't want to be shown.
Don't want to show your backside. The plumber's butt, the plumber's crack is showing. I don't know if I'll force that thing. Anyway, we're going to talk about, because this is American Thanksgiving, and I commented on a SoundCloud artist that I follow. He's from Colorado, and he does these beautiful soundtracks for a dance troupe, a ballet. For their whatever, I forget what city. I think he's in the capital city of Colorado. Anyway, he does these beautiful installations for specific moments in the ballet and ballet is dance and it's fancy twirling and jumping and leaping, lords of leaping and all that stuff. And so his music has to depict all that with rhythms that the dancers can cue off of for all that stuff. And I give him my analysis that I thought the wind section over here gave some light, whirly dancing elements to it, and that your low saxophone rumbling over there sounded like the ominous, evil spirits coming from the forest to attack the elves, whatever it is. That's what I do. So I commented on it and said happy, and he responded back to me and said happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays to you. And I said, well, American Thanksgiving is a month after Canada's. We've already passed that. And he said, well, Merry Christmas then. So here we go. We're on the Christmas episode, I guess, leading into Christmas on this podcast. And I don't know where all that was going.
Well, I like what you said. One of it is because you didn't say what I told you to say.
Okay. Good. That leaves you carte blanche. Go with it.
Right down here, appendage 3. I like what you said, because we were talking about our different faith beliefs and stuff off mic, and I like what you said. You said, be good for goodness sake.
There you go. Yeah. That was the Christmas
and
message.
I like that.
It doesn't matter for me, it didn't matter about framing life as naughty or nice, as good and evil, in the constant battle of angels and demons in the realms unseen. There's your belief that spiritual battle is constant, and the constant vigilance. I call it looking for the devil under every rock. And that's, to me, that's just personal bias.
I forgot one rock in the pathway coming in. I didn't check that one.
No, you didn't. No stone unturned, looking for the devil in the corner. That's why we build the round churches. I like all that stuff. I like it as an analogy. I like it as poetry. I like it as imagery. I like it as story and narrative. But I don't know that it's yielding great results when you occupy your time with that kind of focus. And the phrase,
I think it does.
You can be so heavenly minded, you can be
good.
no earthly good.
Yeah, that's me.
That kind of thing.
I'll agree to that.
It will allow me.
So what you were saying with that,
about Christmas?
Well, about just be good. Because some say Happy Holidays, some won't say Merry Christmas, and it can cause a kerfuffle and everything. But you said just be good for goodness sake. Yeah. And I agree with that.
You better watch out.
Yeah, and I know atheists and agnostics that are just wonderful people. Be good for goodness sakes.
I call it, the humanity of it all.
Oh, the humanity of it all.
Which means get real, be serious with each other, and just smile and wave, treat people
as you'd like to be treated. Words of Jesus.
There you go. And that's the essence of being human and being compassionate. And so we, put that as a backdrop and look at the Trump administration. And we were going to go on to the ICE and the latest, which was you heard last night, and you followed the story and how the story morphed from one point in the afternoon to the evening. What happened?
Well, they shot two Homeland Security National Guards.
Who's the they? And they shot?
It was in Afghanistan. It was a very terrorist move. He just walked up to them, shot them, and which is sad enough. They didn't know who he was at the time because he was not cooperating. And then some governor in the United States announced that they had passed away, and I felt very sad because I'd been praying.
Not the shooter, the National Guards.
The National Guards, and I was praying that maybe God would spare them, being the holidays and everything, but I was really sad that they passed away. Then I'm sitting there watching TV about 6 o'clock in the evening, and they're going, 2 National Guards shot in grave condition in hospital. I went, what? They're not dead. And then I heard the announcer say, yes, it was earlier announced that they had passed away, but they didn't.
Okay, so what does this breaking story mean in terms of breaking news is never the truth, and 2, what's the motivation? When we analyze that whole event, a National Guardsman shot, how do we frame that in a way that makes sense in terms of violence escalating in America?
Well, let me put it this way. I honestly believe this, okay? Those 2 people are in hospital right now.
Through no fault of their own.
Because of Trump. It's Trump's fault.
Okay,
it's just Trump's fault. He's got military on the streets of America. The Afghan terrorist, or wherever he is, probably was traumatized for what he saw in his own country. He was brought here as a nationalist or something.
A refugee?
I guess someone who needed asylum or something like that, and snapped. Now, the reason I blame Trump is because, number one, those National Guards shouldn't be on the streets. If there's trouble that bad in Washington, hire more police. Have police, they're trained to deal with legal issues. The National Guard are not.
This went back to Trump. Can I just interject? Yep. Trump 1.0 was the march in Washington when Trump held the Bible up, whether it was right side up or not, doesn't matter, but there was uniformed. The uniformed
they were suckered into it.
They were suckered.
Yeah, he said he never would have done it.
Okay, we'll get to that later on, but just to put a marker in there and ink the uniformed people on the streets is not supposed to happen.
Not in America.
Not in America.
No way on this earth. No. And now what Trump has done is he's capitalizing in on it because he has no conscience whatsoever and hasn't got the ability to say to himself, maybe I caused this. So he's bringing 500 more National Guards coming
to Washington,
to Washington, which is just going to make 500 more targets. Up the police, get your military out of the streets. But he wants to cash in on it because now you see he wants to go after all immigrants. So he wants, I guess, the United States to be washed clean. And then after he gets rid of all the immigrants, he's going to go after anybody that's not white.
Is that just all the immigrants in Washington, D.C.?
No, in America.
In America.
Because he blames Biden. Biden opened the door to all these immigrants.
So Stephen Miller is still having his, whatever his goal is, 3,000 a day? Rounded up?
Well, it's just going to get worse. And Trump's using this to it's just like Hitler. It was the Jews in Hitler's day. Find a group of people and blame them for all the woes in your nation.
So it's not a gold star on a lapel marking Judah, the Jews.
Yeah.
And it's not throwing rocks through the Jewish stores yet.
Yeah, but it's going to... I tell you, it's going to erupt. It has to. Eventually, there's going to be gunfire, and nobody's going to know who they're shooting at. And it's going to start happening
what
probably
kind of American are you, Jim?
Well, that's it. What kind of American are you?
That was the scariest show I've seen.
Yeah, because that line was the scariest.
Yes.
What kind of American are you? Well, America's supposed to be... Bring us your poor, your heavy laden. Bring all of these people to this land, and they'll have a hope and dreams for the future.
That's the plaque inscription for the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, that's why we need to buy it.
I'm thinking it's on the coin. E pluribus unum, out of the many, one.
Yeah.
But now we're going to take the many and separate them into this box and that box of immigrants, farmer, illegal. Terrorists.
Well, just listen. Just think about it. The unwiseness of America. The unwiseness of them. And what it's become. You've got a population of 350 million. And I don't know what the gun population is, but I think it's enough for each house to have 3.
Yes.
Something like that.
Some grotesque
Everybody's got a gun. You got 350 million people. You got a president who loves confrontation. That's what he loves. He's proven that. If you don't see that, you haven't been watching. So what do you think's going to happen? Out of 250 million people, sure, you're going to get one immigrant, lose it, and kill some people.
Yep.
It's one immigrant out of 350 million people who all have guns. I'm sorry, it's a powder keg waiting to blow up.
Powder keg. That's maybe CrazyTown USA is something we could run as a theme for these series of podcasts.
This series is going to be.
All right. Bye-bye for now. Jim and Terry Show signing off.
Bye.